So I'm staying at the north end of the Golden Zone where all the hotels are and all the name brand hotels, things like that. And we're gonna take a pulmonia down to the Malecon and Centro. It's the best way to get around town. You'll see them everywhere. They're these little golf carts. And so they're really easy to catch. You just grab one and then they'll take you anywhere around town, super cheap, and the best way to get around the city. So we'll jump into one of those now and have a look. So a cool fact about Mazatlan Malecon is that it's the largest in the world. It's about 13 miles. Check it out. Okay, so we worked up an appetite walking along the Malecon. We're currently in Centro. Took another pulmonia. It was about 100 pesos and not too far away from the Malecon to Centro. So we went here and we're gonna go to it's called Las Changueras. And basically what that is it's a bunch of food vendors, seafood vendors that are just kind of all next to each other. They've been there for years. It's just a bunch of ladies. They get fresh caught seafood every single day and they sell it until they're out. And so we're gonna go over there, get some seafood. You can take it across the street to a restaurant to have them cook it for you. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So once you get your seafood, you can literally walk it just across the street to Bar La Ancla de Oro. And so this restaurant will cook the seafood for you fresh. You can choose how you want it prepared. And yeah, so once you get the seafood, hop over there, grab a beer and let them cook it up for you. Okay, so we just sat down with our food. We walked across the street and as we sat down, the waitress came up to take our order for drinks. She took a look at the seafood that we bought and asked how we wanted it prepared. So we told her that we wanted it cooked with garlic and butter. And so they're back there making it right now. We're just sitting back. A band is setting up, about to play. Really lively environment in here. A lot of locals. I'm not seeing any tourists or anything like that. So it's a pretty local experience and a lot of fun. So looking forward to seeing how the seafood turns out. And I'll show you guys when it gets here. Okay, so our food just arrived. It looks like they mixed up the scallops with the shrimp. It looks amazing. Again, they cooked it with butter and garlic, kind of all mixed together. They gave us some plates, some salsas, and also some tostitas. Let's dig in. So we just finished eating. It cost about 245 pesos for them to cook up a kilo of shrimp, like a half a kilo of scallops, and 3 Pacificos and 2 bottles of water. So about $12.50, and so that wasn't too bad, and it was really good. I highly recommend that experience. So definitely do that while you're in Centro. And then after you're done with that, you can walk a few blocks down to the plaza, which is where I'm headed now.
There were days where we thought we wouldn't make it out, but we stuck it out. Today's our day. Today's our day. There were nights we would fight, no end in sight, nothing was right. Tonight's our night.
So I'm here at Plaza Machado. You guys have to come here. It's very beautiful. It's lined with a bunch of cafes and art stores and things like that. So definitely come check it out, get some pictures, have some ice cream. Walk along the streets too on the outside of the plaza. They're really, really nice and clean and beautiful architecture. So while you're here in Centro, you have to go to Plaza Machado. So after you're done walking around the plaza, you can just go a few blocks down and hit the Malecon and get back to the beach. A good sequence is to go to Las Changueras, and then after you have some shrimp there, some great seafood. I mean, they have everything there, lobster, shrimp, crab. After you have some food, you can walk over to the plaza and go see the church. And then from there, you can walk over to the beach. So nice little circle before you head back out. This is a super cool part of Malecon. It's the area over near Centro, and yeah. So look at all these really beautiful, colorful houses up there on the hills. Really cool to look at. And then down here, we're about to go walk past that, but right over here where you see that slide is a pool. So it's like a saltwater pool that you can just relax in, watch the sunset. Yeah. So let's go check that out and continue walking down the Malecon. All right, so here's a close-up of the pool that we were just looking at. As you can see, it's kind of cemented off here, and it's all like cemented on the bottom too. And then the waves just kind of fill it up. And then you have this slide right here also. But yeah, this is just a public spot to come and relax, take pictures. There's a whole bunch of statues along the Malecon. Yeah. Definitely come check this out as you're walking along the Malecon. So just a few hundred meters down from that swimming pool, you'll come up on this area. Really cool area just to relax and look at the views. And then you can see up here on top of that hill, you see those two guys up there. So they will dive off of that. It's about 50 meters high, and they'll dive off of that for tips and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to watch. I'll take a look. All right, so right across the street where these guys dive off, so they'll jump from here down to this area there. But right across the street, you'll see this red door. This is a tourist attraction for some reason. There's not much to it. It's just a door on a cave. But we'll go check it out anyways, just because, like I said, it's one of the main tourist attraction for some reason. But yeah, let's go check it out. You can see down here, a bunch of trash. But yeah, like I said, not much to it. Just a little red gate. Kind of cool. Okay, so as you walk around this side, that is the rock that they jump off of. So I gave you wrong information the first time, but yeah, so there's actually two of these, but this is the rock where the guys dive off of. And also you can climb up the stairs on those. You can climb up the stairs on this too and get some really good views. All right, so it's day 2 here in Mazatlan. I got up early about 6 a.m. because I'm gonna go hike at El Faro. It's it's something you definitely have to do when you're here in Mazatlan. It's one of the highest lighthouses in the Americas. It's about 525 feet. So I'm gonna go and hike that. I believe it's about a 45-minute hike. I'll time it when I get there. Just wanted to get started early. And today I'm gonna do a lot of the outdoor activities, like going to the islands and things like that. So let's go get a workout in. Hola. Buenos días. El Faro? El Faro. Sí. So just got here to El Faro. The driver charged me about 250 pesos from Doubletree Hotel to El Faro. He dropped me off right at the entrance. And then as you're going up into the entrance of El Faro, you could pay $1.50 to get a ticket to the skywalk. And so like it's a glass walkout. I bought a ticket, so I'll show you guys what it looks like. So you can bypass it if you don't want to see that. So but yeah, let's go and do this hike.
Losing all momentum just because it's easy, but that don't make it better. I wanna dig my hands deep down in the dirt, take a walk along the street if I'm feeling dessert. All of this convenience just doesn't work for me. I wanna play with fire, let me get hurt. Can we take it back to 95? Before we had this drama in our lives, just staring at the screen every day and night.
Alright, just got up to the top. I had to catch my breath. But it took me a total of 18 minutes to get up here. I was kind of hauling ass a little bit. And I hike a lot too. So pretty easy hike, but also a little challenging at the same time because of how steep it is. But I'm gonna walk around the corner here of the lighthouse to go to the skywalk.
Don't get your DeLorean. Don't get your DeLorean.
Just got around the corner. There's a really long line, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be here or if I'm gonna wait it out, but I'll just play it by ear. Okay, so I decided to abandon the skywalk. It looked like it could have been about an hour wait. They only let a few people out on the skywalk at a time, and I'm really trying to maximize my day since we're leaving really early tomorrow, and there's a full day of things that I want to show everybody today. So gonna head back down, get another pulmonia, and then head back to the hotel to eat some breakfast before going to explore. Okay, so just getting to the end here of the hike. This is something you definitely have to do when you're here in Mazatlan. It's a good, I would suggest doing it in the morning or evening because it gets really hot. I mean, it's about 8 a.m. now and it's getting really warm. So do it in the morning, evening. I think both are great times. I noticed it's pretty busy on a Saturday, so you could probably get to the skywalk faster and have less people if you're doing it during the week. But yeah, come check this out. I'm gonna head back, get some breakfast, and then I think I'm gonna take a boat to Deer Island. So I'm just walking along the beach here. Booked a tour with MazatlanTours.org, and we're gonna do it's a 5-hour tour to Stone Island, and it includes like a catamaran cruise, lunch, open bar, and you spend 4 hours on Stone Island, and then you get to choose from a couple different activities. What we wanted to do was kind of bounce around to all the islands, but I didn't book it in time, just because all of this is kind of on the fly. But we're gonna go do this tour. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop at Deer Island also, so the plan is to probably cut the tour a little short, do some activities, and then take a ferry back to the mainland and then take a boat over to Deer Island. So we're just kind of going with the flow, playing it by ear. But yeah, so just getting some beach walk time in, and our tour will start here in about an hour and a half. So yeah, we'll see you guys then. Okay, so our tour operator is about to be here to pick us up from Doubletree Hotel, and I just wanted to show you guys a view of a view from the room, and also just so you can see the different islands and things like that. So here we go. All right, so but you can't see it, but there's like this round island right here. It's called Bird Island. That's Deer Island. Focus. And then way out in the distance out there, that's Wolf Island. And then Stone Island is kind of over here, which is where we'll be going. And here's a nice little view of the beach, some pools. So about an hour ago when we were walking along the beach, we ran into this guy that has like this little sailboat. And he said that he would take us around Bird Island, around Deer Island, for a little sunset tour, small little 2-person boat. But he said he would charge us $90 to do that, take us out at like 5:30. It's about an hour and 20 minutes. But yeah, it'd be just a small little boat and get to see the beautiful sunset. And that's one of my favorite things about this place is that every night, well, I mean, I've only been here like last 2 nights, but every night that I've been here, it's been a beautiful sunset, and there's so many different areas you can choose from along the Malecon, just the beach area, do a little cruise during sunset, but lots of options just to catch that sunset. So yeah, I'm gonna pack up my things now and I'll show you guys all of it. Once you board the boat, you come over here and get some life jackets. So it looks like loading up the final people before we head out. All right, so after we got off the boat, we jumped on a little tractor pulling some carts behind it, and they pulled us all to this restaurant that's right on the beach, which I'm about to show you guys. But we just sat down. It's gonna take like 45 minutes to get our food and eat, and then after that we could start jumping into the activities. But here's a little view. Everybody grabbed a table, and there's a free bar, so you can go over there and get like free tequila sunrises, Mai Tais, things like that. So yeah, so far so good with the tour. We're just gonna wait for our food now and then go from there. So we just finished our lunch. It was okay, it was a basic meal, some fried fish and beans and rice. And now we're just gonna walk along the beach and see what Stone Island has to offer. right, so we're just wrapping it up here on Stone Island, and we're gonna head back early instead of finishing out the tour. That way we can get back in time to do a little sunset tour. So yeah, we walked around the island a little bit. There's a bunch of little docks where you can catch a boat over to Centro and get back over to the mainland. So that's what we're gonna do, grab one of those and then take a pulmonia to the Malecon and then catch a boat to do a little tour around Deer Island. And yeah. All right, so we just took a boat over from Stone Island to Centro. So what I'd recommend is you can go down to South Centro area. There's a whole bunch of embarcaderos. Just look it up on Google Maps. You'll see embarcaderos. There's one over here on Playa Sur, and you just jump on the boat and they'll take you over to Stone Island or back. It seems like they come every few minutes, but I mean, we didn't pay anything. We just jumped on the boat from Stone Island and it took us over here to Playa Sur. And now we're back on the mainland near Centro, and we'll just be taking a ride back up north to the Golden Zone. So I'm back over here in the northern Golden Zone area, looking for a boat so we can go out and do a little sunset cruise. So just kind of cruising the beach here in the northern Golden Zone area and looking out for somebody that has a boat. And my plan is just to go up to them and see if they'll take us out around Bird and Deer Island. Let's see if we have any luck. All right, so I talked to that guy. Unfortunately, it's a no-go. It's really windy out. He just pulled in and from a ride and said it was just too much. The wind's picking up pretty bad, and it's a pretty small boat. It's called a Hobie. There's no seats or anything on it. You're just basically sitting on a tarp, and so we'd get thrown around pretty bad. But you know, it's how it is. We're just going to walk down the beach a little bit more, probably relax the rest of the night. We have an early drive tomorrow at 5 a.m. So yeah, I think that'll conclude all the events and activities that we'll be doing here in Mazatlan. All right, guys, the trip's coming to an end. For anyone that's watching this and has plans to travel to Mazatlan, I really hope that you got something from this video. If so, just leave a comment down below to let me know that it was helpful in some sort of way. I spent a total of 2 full days here, but I would probably recommend 3 just in case, you know, some of the water activities doesn't work out because it's too windy. But I think that, you know, out of these 2 days, I got a really good feel for the city. I feel like I got to do all the major things here. So 2 days felt enough for me. 3 days might have been better just so I could have hit some of those water activities. But overall, the vibe of the city is great. It has a really lively vibe, and the nightlife seems to be really good. We're here on a weekend, so it's really busy. The streets are kind of slow, but it seems to have an overall good type of party vibe, fun destination. So if that's what you're into, this is a good place to come. And I know a lot of people that are probably watching this may feel unsafe coming to Mexico, but I never got any sort of vibe like that. I felt safe, you know, like the entire time. Everybody was very friendly and Mexicans love to share their culture and never felt unsafe here at any point. And so yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. I'm clearly new to making travel vlogs, but you have to start somewhere, and I know that after doing these enough, they'll become more polished, like all of the travel vloggers that I watch that have really nice videos and just, you know, they're really seamless. So it's pretty hard starting out, actually, just holding the camera in front of your face. So that's something that I have to get used to, but definitely looking forward to getting better there. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap up this video. The sun is about to go down, so I want to catch this last sunset before I take off tomorrow. Thanks again for watching, guys.